Okay, hello guys. I-discuss ko na rin sa inyo to, yung capitalized cost. So, isasama natin ito sa inyong midterm exam. Okay? So, magiging coverage ng midterm exam nyo will be annuities and capitalized cost. Okay, so now what is capitalized cost? So, capitalized cost of any property is the sum of the first cost and the present worth of all costs of replacement, operation, and maintenance for a long time or forever. Okay, so when we say capitalized cost, no, so ito yung, no, from its word, no, ito yung capital, no, na kailangang i-prepare. For example, the company, let's say they want to buy a machine, okay, so they have to consider the capitalized cost. So bakit? Kasi, of course, ang machine kasi, pag bumili sila ng machine, of course, they have to include it in the cost, no, para ma-consider din nila yun dun sa price ng kanilang end product. Okay? So, kasi, once they bought the machine, of course, hindi naman yun mag-stop doon. Okay? So, syempre, pag may machine, meron din niyang maintenance na tinatawag. And of course, meron din niyang useful life. No? So, kumbaga, meron lang yung certain number of years na mag-work siya ng yung effectiveness niya is the same doon sa kanyang nung binili niya siya, no? So meron siya talagang useful life. So parang example natin, cellphone niyo lang, 'di ba? So halimbawa yung battery life ng cellphone niyo, pag binili niyo yan ng brand new, so of course that's 100%, 'di ba? But after several years, 'di ba? After a year or 2 years, so definitely hindi na yan 100%. So yun yung kailangan natin i-consider dito sa capitalized cost. Halimbawa, ang cellphone nyo, mag-work lang siya, for example, for 5 years. So, after 5 years, kailangan nyo na siyang palitan. So, kailangan nyo nang i-replace. Ma-worn out talaga siya. So, same with machines. No? So, with machines, ganun din. So, meron niyang maintenance. Okay? So, meron tayong mga PM na tinatawag. Okay? Or kailangan mong palitan yung parts. Okay? Or, ang worst scenario natin is kailangan mo nang palitan yung mismong machine kasi end na nung kanyang useful life. So, yung i-discuss natin dito with capitalized cost. So, kailangan si company, they have to consider the maintenance and replacement of the machine na bibilhin nila. Okay? So, meron bali tayong tatlong cases, no, para sa capitalized cost. So, we have case 1, case 2, and case 3. So, let us start with case 1. Okay? So, with case 1, para makuha natin yung capitalized cost, so that is equal to first cost plus present worth of perpetual operation. So, dito, this is actually, ito yung very good application natin, ng perpetuity. Okay? So, present worth of perpetual operation and maintenance. Okay, teka. Hindi siya kasha. Okay. And maintenance. Okay, so yun yung formula natin and how we're going to get the capitalized cost for case 1. So, dito, ang i-consider lang natin dito is yung maintenance ng machine. So, sa katulad nga sinabi natin kanina, yung capitalized cost or yung maintenance natin, para makuha natin yan, actually, this is the application of perpetuity. Okay? So, di ba para makuha natin yung present worth, no, or yung P kapag ka perpetuity, that is equal to annuity all over I, or the rate of interest. Okay, so let's give an example. Okay, so for example number 1, determine the capitalized cost of a structure that requires an initial investment of 1,500,000 and an annual maintenance of 150,000 pesos. So, ibig sabihin, annual maintenance daw na 150,000 pesos. So, indefinite yung time. So, as long as ginagamit mo yung machine, diba, meron siyang annual maintenance. Kaya, this is application of perpetuity. Okay. So, kunin muna natin yung ating maintenance, no? So, yung present worth of perpetual operation and maintenance. So, bakit P yung kinukuha? P Kasi, yun yung, kaya nga siya capitalized cost. Yan yung capital na kailangan i-prepare ni company para ma-cover up yung first cost ni company at the same time, yung cost natin for the maintenance. Okay? So, kunin muna natin yung ating present worth. So, kunin muna natin yung present worth. So, meron tayong given na annual maintenance which is equal to 150,000. And then, di ba, with perpetuity, di ba, annuity all over the interest. So, since ito ay annual naman, and then yung rate of interest natin is 15%, so that is, it should be divided by 0.15. So, makukuha nating P dito, or yung present worth ng ating maintenance is equal to 1 million, or rather 1 million, yeah. 1 million pesos. Okay? So, yun na yun. Yun na yung ating present worth of perpetual operation and maintenance. So, para makuha yung capitalized cost, di ba, sabi natin that is equal to first cost, wherein ang first cost natin is equal to 1,500,000 plus yung ating cost for maintenance which is equal to 1 million. Okay? So, yung capitalized cost for number 1, example number 1 or case 1, so that is equal to 2,500,000 pesos. Okay? So, yan. So, very simple lang yung ating case number 1. No? So, kunin nyo lang yung, gagamitin nyo lang yung formula natin for annuity. Okay? Or rather, perpetuity. And then, makukuha nyo na yung ating present worth for perpetual maintenance or operation. Okay? Yan. Move tayo with case number 2. So, with case number 2 naman, okay. So, with case number 2, dito, ang i-consider naman natin is the replacement. Okay? So, syempre, katulad ng sinabi natin kanina, lahat naman ng machine, meron niyang useful life lang. So, pag natapos na yung useful life, kailangan mo nang i-replace yung machine. So, ito yung i-consider naman natin. No? So, dito, ito yung formula na gagamitin natin. No? So, for case number 2, so, capitalized cost, that is equal to first cost plus the present worth of perpetual replacement. Yan. Okay? So, paano natin kukunin to, yung present worth of perpetual replacement? So, meron tayong formula na gagamitin dyan para makuha natin yun, no? So, para makuha natin yung, yung present worth of perpetual replacement, so, gagamitin natin yung formula to get x. No? So, let us assume, i-assume natin na yung x, this is yung present worth of perpetual replacement. So, para makuha natin yan, so that is equal to s all over 1 plus I raised to k minus 1. Okay. Now, ano yung S? Yung S, yan yung amount needed to replace a property every k periods. Okay? So, yung k natin dito, ito yung ating useful life. Okay? Yung S naman natin dito, ito daw yung amount na kailangan mo para ma-replace mo yung machine. Okay, so for example, ang machine is worth, let's say, 100,000. Okay? Tapos meron tayo ko-consider dito na salvage value. Okay? So, halimbawa, ang salvage value niya, for example, ay 20,000 na lang. After, let's say, ang K natin is 10 years. Okay? So, kung 100,000 yung kanyang price, tapos ang salvage value natin is 20,000. Ibig sabihin, kapag ni-replace mo siya, halimbawa, same yung seller na bibilhan mo, no, yung supplier na kukuhanan mo. So, 20,000 na lang yung magiging worth nung machine after nung kanyang useful life, which is 10 years. So, kung 20,000 mo na lang siya, yung kanyang worth, no, after 10 years, ililess mo ngayon dun sa original price niya, which is equal to 100,000. Kaya yung S natin dito is equal to 80,000. Diba? Kasi nga sabi, ang S, that is the amount needed to replace a property every K period. So, ibig sabihin, after 10 years, you need another 80,000 para ma-replace mo yung machine. Kasi nga, ang kanyang salvage value is 20,000. Or simply, ang S, that is the difference between yung kanyang original price, which is 100,000, minus yung ating salvage value na 20,000. So, meaning you need 80,000 para ma-replace mo ng panibago yung machine. Okay, so let's give an example. So, a new boiler was installed by a textile plant at a cost of 300,000 pesos. So, ibig sabihin, yung original price daw niya is 300,000 pesos and projected to have a useful life of 15 years. So, meaning, mag-work lang siya ng pinaka-effective siya hanggang 15 years lang. Okay? So, at the end of its useful life, it is estimated to have a salvage value of 30,000 pesos. So, after 15 years, ang magiging value na lang niya is 30,000 na lang. No? Originally, siya ay 300,000 pesos. So, let us determine its capitalized cost if interest is 18% compounded annually. So, given yung rate of interest natin, which is equal to 18%. So, first, kunin muna natin yung value ng X. O, let us assume na yung X, that is the present worth of perpetual replacement. Okay. So, now, bigay daw natin yung value ng S. O, again, di ba sabi ko sa inyo, ang S, ito yung amount, no, na kailangan natin para ma-replace natin yung machine. Okay. So, kung ang original price niya is 300,000 pesos, tapos ang kanyang salvage value is 30,000 pesos na lang after 15 years, so, ang kailangan natin is 270,000 pesos. Diba? So, 270,000 pesos ang kailangan natin para ma-replace natin siya kasi may salvage value pa tayo na 30,000. Okay. All over. 1 plus yung I, that is the rate of interest, no, which is equal to 18%, so 0.18. Okay, raised to K, ang K, again, this is the useful life. So, sabi dito sa problem, ang useful life daw niya ay 15 years, kaya raised to 15. Okay, minus 1. Okay, so now, makukuha na natin yung ating present worth of perpetual replacement or magkano daw yung kailangan natin para after 15 years, meron na kayong capital para ma-replace nyo yung machine. Okay? So, ang makukuha nating value ng X is equal to, okay, so 24,604 pesos and 17 centavos. Okay? So, yan yung ating present worth of perpetual replacement. Okay? O now, so syempre, ito pa lang yung kailangan natin na capital, no, para sa ating replacement after 15 years. So, medyo maliit siya. Why? Kasi nga, nag-earn siya ng interest. Yun ay kung i-invest natin yan today. Okay? So, for our case 2, para makuha natin yung capitalized cost, that is equal to first cost, diba? So, ang first cost natin dyan is equal to 300,000 pesos. Kasi ito yung original price ng ating machine. So, 300,000 pesos plus yung ating present worth of perpetual replacement, which is equal to 24,604 pesos and 17 centavos. Okay? So, all in all, ang ating capitalized cost is equal to 324,604 pesos and 17 centavos. Okay? So, yan yung ating capitalized cost. Okay? Yan. Okay, so that is for case 2. Okay? So, move naman tayo sa ating case number 3. Okay, so for case number 3, so ito na yun yung, kumbaga, combination na nung ating case number 1 and case number 2. Okay, so move tayo with our case number 3. So, for case number 3, so dito, i-consider mo na both yung ating replacement, maintenance, and or every operation every period. Okay? So, para makuha natin yung ating capitalized cost, okay, so that is equal to first cost. Okay, so syempre, yung original cost ng machine, plus yung ating present worth of cost of perpetual operation and or maintenance, and of course yung ating present worth of perpetual replacement. Yan. Okay? So, kumbaga ito combination na ng ating case 1 and case 2. So, dito i-consider na natin lahat. So, kung meron siyang maintenance, okay? Tapos, meron siyang replacement. Okay, so given yung ating useful life, so bigyan natin ng example. Okay? Yan. So, ito yung example natin. Determine the capitalized cost of a research laboratory which requires 5 million pesos for original construction. Okay, so yung first cost natin is equal to 5 million pesos. Okay? And then, 100,000 at the end of every year for the first 6 years. And then, 120,000 each year thereafter for operating expenses. So, bali for operating expenses, dalawa yung given natin. 100,000 daw at the end of every year for the first 6 years. And then, 120,000 thereafter. Okay, so bali dalawa yung ating operating expenses. And then, kailangan daw natin ng 500,000 pesos every 5 years for replacement of equipment with interest at 12% per annum. Okay, so burahin muna natin ito ha. Okay, so basta hahanapin natin. So meron na tayong given, right? Meron na tayong first cost, which is equal to 5 million pesos. And then we have to determine the present worth of cost of perpetual operation and or maintenance. So katulad nun, yung binigay natin na 100,000 pesos for the first 6 years and then 120,000 thereafter. Okay, and then kukunin din natin yung present worth of perpetual replacement. Given yung 500,000 pesos na kailangan daw natin to replace, no, na yung equipment and yung useful life natin which is equal to 5 years. Okay. So first, kunin muna natin yung present worth ng perpetual operation natin, no? So let us say na yung Q, this is the present worth of perpetual operation. Okay, so gawa natin siya ng cash flow diagram. Okay, cash flow diagram ulit. Magaling na kayo dyan, di ba? Sa cash flow diagram. Okay, ayan. So, let us see. So, sabi, yung first 6 years daw. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so sabi, yun daw ating operating expenses, no, is 100,000 for the first 6 years. Okay, so yun yung nire-require niya. 100,000, so dito, yan. So dito, 100,000 yan. Okay? So lahat yan i-assume na lang natin na 100,000 yan lahat hanggang 6th year. Okay. So, nagre-require daw siya ng 100,000 for the first 6 years for operating expenses. And then, 120,000 each year thereafter. no? After nitong 6 year, halimbawa, pagdating natin ng 7th year, 7, 8, and so on. So, unknown yan, no? So, kung hanggang kailan. So, eto naman, nagre-require naman ito ng another 100. After 6 years daw, magre-require na siya ng 120,000. Thereafter, so every year yan, 7th year, 8th year, and so on. So, hindi natin yan alam kung hanggang kailan. So, as long as siguro, ginagamit mo yung ating research laboratory, so magre-require siya ng 120,000 na cost for operation or operating expenses natin. Okay? So, now, we have to determine the present worth nitong lahat ng cost natin na ito, nitong operating expenses natin. So first, dito muna tayo kay 100,000. So we have to get the present worth of 100,000. So dito, parang ito ay application actually ng, no, rather, ito talaga ay application ng annuity. So ibabalik natin yan dito. So dito ko na lang sa iba ilalagay. Yan. Okay. So ibabalik natin siya dito. So we have to determine the present worth of 100,000 para pag nag-invest ako today, mako-cover up niya yung 100,000 every year for 6 years. So, dito, given yung 100,000, okay, so we're going to determine P, no, given yung annuity na 100,000, given yung rate of interest which is equal to 12%, no, so 12% per annum for 6 years. Okay? So, kunin muna natin to. So, yun yung ating Q. Diba? So, let us start muna with 100,000. So, dito, gagamitin natin yung formula natin for annuity. Yung annuity. So, we have to determine P given yung A which is equal to 100,000. Okay? So, diba? That is equal to A, no, 100,000 multiplied by 1 minus 1 plus yung ating I, which is equal to 12%, kasi ito naman ay annually, di ba? So, 0.12 raised to negative n. So, since yan ay 6 years and then yan ay compounded annually, so raised to negative 6 all over I, which is equal to 0.12. Okay? So, nakuha na natin yung present worth nung 100,000 na operating expenses natin for the first 6 years. Okay? So, move naman tayo dito sa 120,000 na indefinite yung time. So, thereafter. So, ibig sabihin, that is application of perpetuity. Diba? So, plus, dito naman tayo sa 120,000 na operating expenses natin after 6 years. So, ito, pag kinuha nyo to dito, so, ito yan. Babalik natin yan hanggang dito. Diba? That is equal to A all over I. Or, yung ating annuity, which is equal to 120,000 all over yung ating rate of interest na 12%. So, annually naman yan. All over 0.12. Kasi this is application of perpetuity. Again, why? Kasi thereafter indefinite yung time natin. So, if we're going to get the P, no, so dito, yan ay from here hanggang dito lang sa 6th year. Okay? So, kailangan, ang kukunin kasi natin is present worth dito, ngayon. So, hanggang dito dapat. Okay? If you're going to get the P or yung present worth ng 120,000, yan ay makukuha nyo hanggang 6th year lang. So, meaning, kailangan ibabalik nyo pa rin siya from here, ibabalik nyo pa siya pabalik dito. So, ibig sabihin, makukuha nyo dito, di ba, P niyan dito, gagamitin natin yan as F, di ba? So, we're going to determine P given F at 12% for 6 years. So, parang ito, kinumbine natin yung perpetuity and deferred annuity. Okay? So, ulitin ko ha, yung 120,000 dito na makukuha natin, that is the present worth from here, kasi nga indefinite yung time, hanggang pabalik lang hanggang 6th year. But what we need to get is the present worth, no, ngayon. So, kaya ibig sabihin, yung makukuha yung P dito, yun yung magiging F natin na gagamitin natin dito para makuha naman natin yung P natin dito. Okay? So, kaya plus yung perpetuity natin, no, na 120,000 all over 0.12. And then we have to multiply that No, kasi from here nga, ibabalik pa natin siya dito. 1 plus, so ito na yung ano sa deferred annuity, di ba? Compound interest. Plus 0.12 raised to negative 6. Okay? So, ang makukuha nyo dito muna tayo, dito. Pag kinuha nyo yan sa calculator nyo, ang makukuha nyo value dyan is, okay, so ang makukuha nyo value dyan is 411,140 pesos and 73 centavos. So, dito pa lang yan. So, yung first 6 years natin na operating expenses na 100,000 pesos, ibinalik natin yan dito sa today, no? Kasi we have to determine magkano yung kailangan ko para makover yung 100,000 pesos na operating expenses for the first 6 years. At, kaya plus, no, at yung 120,000 na operating expenses after ng 6 years niya, sa 7th year, mag-start na yon 120,000, pero indefinite yung time. Okay? So, plus, yung makukuha naman natin dito is equal to 506,631 pesos and 12 centavos. Okay? So, para dito naman yan. Okay? So, all in all, no, yung cost natin or yung present worth of perpetual operation, no, so that is equal to 917,771 pesos and 85 centavos. Okay? Yan. So, that is for the operating expenses. No? So, yun yung kailangan yung capital para makover yung ating operating expenses. Okay? Oh, so, meron na tayong present worth of perpetual operation. Ano pa yung kailangan natin? So, kailangan naman natin yung present worth of perpetual replacement naman. Okay? Kasi yun daw, lahat ng mga equipment, meron lang siya, kailangan daw natin, no, ng 500,000 pesos, no, every 5 years. So, meron lang useful life yung mga equipment niya ng 5 years. Okay? So, sulat natin yung value ng Q natin dito. Okay. So, yung Q natin is equal to 917,771 pesos and 85 centavos. Okay, so that is for our Q. Okay. Okay. So, kunin naman natin yung X. Ilalet naman natin yung X natin as, ito naman yung ating present worth of perpetual replacement. Okay. Okay? So, di ba meron tayong formula for X? So, di ba that is equal to S all over 1 plus I raised to K minus 1. Okay? So, ito yung ginagamit nating formula para ma-determine natin yung pares naman sa replacement. Okay? So, substitute natin yung S na, yes, direct substitution na to, yung 500,000. Why? Kasi ang given natin, compared dun sa case 2 natin, no, na given problem natin, ang given kasi natin dun sa case 2 is the salvage value and useful life. Dito naman, yung mismong S na yung given, yung mismong amount na kailangan, no, para sa replacement ng mga equipment, which is equal to 500,000 pesos. So, hindi useful life ang given, direct substitution na. Yung mismong amount na kasi yung given dito sa problem na to. Kaya, yung S natin is equal to 500,000. So, 500,000 all over 1 plus I. So, yung rate of interest natin is 12%. Okay? Raised to K. So, yung K natin, useful life natin dito is 5 years. Ibig sabihin, every 5 years, they have to replace the equipment na daw, minus 1. So, ang makukuha ang value natin ng X dito is equal to 655,873 pesos and 88 centavos. So that is for x. Okay? Laging may x. Ano ba yan? Hindi nawawala si x. So, meron na tayong given na x, di ba? Okay. So, sulat natin yung value ng x. So, x is equal to 655,873 pesos and 88 centavos. Okay? O, yan. So, ngayon, nakuha na natin lahat yung ating present word for perpetual replacement at saka yung operation or maintenance. So, ito yon yung Q natin. Ito yung para sa operating expenses natin. This is the present word. And ito naman yung X natin. Ito yung present word for perpetual replacement. So, di ba sabi, for our case 3, yung capitalized cost, so that is equal to yung ating original cost, no? So, yung original cost natin dito is equal to 5 million pesos. Okay, so ito yan daw yung kailangan for the initial original or initial construction ng ating research laboratory. Plus, ito yung cost natin, no, yung present worth ng ating perpetual maintenance and or operation, no? So, which is equal to 917,771 pesos and 85 centavos. Plus, yun namang ating present worth for perpetual replacement, which is equal to 655,873 pesos and 88 centavos. Okay? So, all in all, yung capitalized cost natin, no, para, or yung capital na kailangan ni company para ma-maintain, no, at saka yung replacement ng ating mga equipments, no, ng ating research laboratory is equal to 6,573,645 pesos and 73 centavos. Okay? Ayan. Okay, so madali lang yung capitalized cost, no? So, importante lang is, actually ito, kung magaling, kung alam nyo na talaga yung annuity, di ba? So, madali na para sa inyo yung capitalized cost kasi ito ay actually application of annuity. So, yung perpetuity, deferred annuity, and then yung annuity natin. Okay? Yan. So, kasama po yan sa ating midterm exam. So, midterm exam tayo on Thursday for Monday, Thursday group. No, yung section ko ng Monday, Thursday, and Friday naman para dun sa Tuesday, Friday. Okay? Stay safe. Bye! See you!